JM, jolly morning to everybody out there. Been a while since we've gone live on the OTM channel, but wanted to check in with the people for a quick little show. This morning, give you an update about some stuff going on, talk a little NBA Top Shot, maybe talk a little March Madness, what's going on with my bracket. And yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. And let's start with some Top Shot stuff because I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Give me a screen share kind of sesh. So you may have seen on the NBA Top Shot Twitter the other day, posted a tweet about a new update to the Top Shot marketplace. And some of the styling may look a little familiar because that was courtesy of the work of myself and Neil from OTM, mostly Neil. Mostly Neil. But yeah, we've kind of deepened our strategic partnership between OTM and Top Shot, and Neil and I are currently working with them on the product and helping out there, trying to help streamline some of the UIs and such that exist in the existing product. So if you check out the Top Shot marketplace, a couple of new things going on there. First, you'll see this new Explore page, which shows high level sales data up top, how many sales have happened, buyers, sellers, all that kind of stuff. You can take different date ranges to see all of those statistics. And these are numbers that are exclusive to the Top Shot primary marketplace itself, not including anything like Floaty or OpenSea. And then you'll see trending moments, which are the most transacted moments over the past week. The top sales, which was the highest dollar value sales over the last 30 days. And then recent sales. So nice little kind of overview page there to give you a quick snapshot of what's going on in the Top Shot marketplace. And then over on the moments part of the marketplace, the main part of the marketplace, you'll see these new tabs. And the big addition there is a new table view for the marketplace. Rather than looking at the cubes, you can now check things out in this table view, see things from a little bit more of an analytical, data-driven perspective. There's all kinds of sorting options now through this drop-down, and then you can also use the table to sort yourself, so you can see how many of each edition moment that you own. You can filter by things like lowest ask. You can sort by the sales to see the most sales, and as we saw on the other page, can also change all of these date ranges. How about that? Bronny James. Bronny James up top. Rookie debut. Moving right now. So yeah, those are pretty much the main things that have been added in this first update. Pretty excited about that. Seemed like it was pretty well received from the Top Shot community at large. And keep an eye on the Top Shot website and the Top Shot Twitter for some additional updates that will be coming in the future. Also going on in the Top Shot world, we've got the Bridge Builders checklist. You may have seen, but last week, Top Shot announced that you can now buy and sell Top Shot on OpenSea, which is pretty exciting and a long time coming. That went live last week. And starting yesterday, there is a new little campaign giveaway opportunity where if you go through the process and link your wallets, meaning that you create a Flow wallet, link your Dapper wallet, bridge your moments over to OpenSea, and then list a moment on OpenSea and buy a moment on OpenSea, you become eligible to win some prizes. You will automatically receive a 1 moment common pack just for doing the checklist. Then 100 collectors will receive a rookie revelation chance hit pack. And 1 lucky collector will receive the grand prize, a legendary rookie revelation pack. The rookie revelation pack drop is taking place next Tuesday. And we are going to bring back a little old school vibes and do a live stream during the pack drop. So keep an eye out on that. It's going to be over on the NBA Top Shot YouTube channel. But we're going to get a live stream going. We're going to talk through the different moments and plays that are in the rookie revelation pack drop. I feel like the rookie rev is always one of the most exciting packs and series of moments to look forward to each year. So pretty pumped about that. But yeah, we click on here. Got this little Bridge Builders landing page. Vying for that sweet, sweet rookie rev pack. And then if you click on here, it takes you to this support article, which shows you all of the steps for how you go about creating your Flow wallet, linking your accounts, moving the NFT within the Flow wallet, connecting your wallet to OpenSea, and then going ahead and listing. It's not the easiest process in the world, but I went through it yesterday, followed these steps, ran into a couple minor hiccups as I was going through it, but for the most part, it's not too bad. I do recommend doing it on desktop. It seems like people that are trying to do it on mobile are having some issues. If you're going to do it on mobile, you have to go into the Flow Wallet mobile app and then use the browser from within there, similar to how you would do with MetaMask. But I recommend giving it a shot via desktop. You head on over, you download the Chrome extension for Flow Wallet, which I already have. Then once you have your Flow Wallet, I don't have mine synced up on this computer, but then you can link it to your Dapper wallet. So like if I go to my Top Shot account and go to account settings, it takes me over to my Dapper account. And you can see right here under the account linking section that I have my Flow wallet linked up. So you link that up, and then within the wallet, you go ahead and can transfer the NFT. But give it a shot if you're out there. I think it's worth doing. Once your account is linked up, then you're pretty much set for all future endeavors that may require moving a moment outside of the Top Shot account. And hey, yours truly was behind setting this up, so do it for me. Do it for me. The more people that do this, the better I look in terms of getting a successful marketing campaign off the ground. So if you're out there listening, take a couple minutes, go ahead, link up your Dapper wallet and your Flow wallet, head on over to OpenSea, list a moment, buy a moment. The liquidity's been pretty good on OpenSea. A lot of action in terms of moments being bought and sold. I mean, look at it here, flying off the shelves. There's definitely buyers out there. And over 3,000 now unique owners on OpenSea, which is a pretty significant number. And if you're out there kind of wondering, what does OpenSea mean for Top Shot? Is this good for collectors? Why does it matter? I feel like it certainly can't be a bad thing. The way I look at it is it's mainly offering additional liquidity. As I just showed, tons of action going on there. So it's offering up an additional spot for liquidity. If you're someone that is looking to sell some moments, you can port them over to OpenSea and sell them relatively quickly when it comes to a floor moment perspective. And I think it's also just a good additional potential organic new user acquisition type of thing. Anytime you're getting more visibility on a large platform like OpenSea, you're able to get in front of some of these higher end collectors that are crypto savvy. When the announcements went out last week, I saw multiple people say like, oh, time to dust off the old Top Shot account, log in for the first time in a while. So that's kind of the hope, is that with the rollout to OpenSea, for the existing community and existing collectors. They get set up with their external wallet, learn how the bridging and all of that works. But then B, some of these collectors that are out there in the OpenSea world are coming back to Top Shot or coming to Top Shot for the first time. Maybe they show up next week and get in line for the Rookie Revelation pack drop, right? So can't hurt in that sense, just getting more eyeballs on the product. And to me, it's also a really tangible use case for this whole idea of the external wallet, the third-party ecosystem that can exist around the Top Shot moment. So I do think that it's a big win for the platform, a big step in the right direction. Roham and Jacob did a Spaces on the OpenSea Twitter account the other day. You can go back and check that out and listen to everything they had to say if you would like to do so. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel on the Top Shot side of things and OpenSea. So yeah, check out this Bridge Builders checklist. Complete all that stuff. You have until next Thursday at midnight Eastern time to do it. So just under a week at this point. And then you'll get entered into the drawing to potentially win one of these packs. So why not? Why not? I also was on Tandy's stream yesterday. Talked a little bit more detail about this stuff. He asked me some questions, so you can check out Tandy Time and watch that stream back if you are interested. And a little personal shout out. You can also check out my YouTube channel at TJ Lasig. I only got 10 subscribers, guys. 10 subscribers. Come on. Head on over there. Give me a sub. But Coop and I have been doing a weekly podcast. It's called Gamble, the High Stakes Game of Life. We've been touching on all different kinds of topics, from poker and fantasy sports to different actual sports stuff like golf and hockey. We even talked about TV shows on the last episode. So we're just kind of chopping it up on a bunch of different topics, and, you know, really with this larger theme of how to navigate through this crazy game we call life, how to think about different situations, how to think mathematically and in terms of EV and all that kind of thing. So it's been a ton of fun. Coop and I having a good time with that. So check us on out at TJ Lasig on YouTube, or you can also look up the Gamble High Stakes Game of Life podcast on all podcast platforms. And then lastly, we got to talk a little March Madness, right? Of course. I just did one bracket this year. Like, I think there's 23 people in it. So small group for me. Doing pretty well so far. But the problem is this guy, Johnny, that is 1 point ahead of me, has me totally blocked with Florida as the winner and the same Final Four and all the same things. So I cannot win, which is unfortunate, but pretty happy with how things have gone overall. Outside of this top left quadrant, really not going so hot for me. Had UC San Diego winning 2 games. They won 0. It's been probably the craziest bracket in general. So most people, if they have an issue, it's likely here. But Iowa State with a loss did not help me. So that's where I feel like I lost my way. But Final Four, Auburn, Florida, Duke, Tennessee, nothing too crazy there. Coop and I actually did a podcast prior to March Madness, talked a little bit about just making brackets in general and the idea of game theory in brackets. And one of the things with creating your bracket is people tend to want to get too crazy off the board. So I went with a relatively chalky strategy overall. Now, maybe I should have or could have done something a little different in the Final Four, because it's not ideal to already be blocked with so much time left from winning. But hey, such is life. I've been enjoying the game so far, and we got another set of games coming tonight. There we have it, folks. I didn't market this too much, so we don't actually have anyone in the chat watching live, or else I would interact with the chat and answer any questions if there were some. But hey, maybe people will watch this back after the fact, or maybe not. Either way, wanted to get this out there, provide that info, you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. If you haven't been on Top Shot in a while, get back on in the mix there. Why not? Give yourself a chance to win that pack. Check us out next Tuesday on the Top Shot YouTube channel for a live stream ahead of the pack drop. And keep an eye on the website for more slick changes coming soon. All right, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Thanks for giving it a listen. I'll catch you next time.